Just got off the bus on my way to the gym right now, hitting some calisthenics. I was climbing yesterday, so my forearms are still hella sore. Still, I want to do some light skill practice, some cardio, high intensity interval training on the bike, and then rehab my knee because I have patellofemoral pain syndrome. So I'll go through some exercises that can actually help you cure that knee pain. Um, I keep having flare ups though because I go back into putting a lot of impact on my knee before it's actually ready for it. So as you know, when I'm climbing, bouldering, sometimes I have to jump down from the wall. And today, I mean, I feel good. Not my strongest because I'm sore, but at the same time, it's like I just took a pre-workout and I feel hella ready for this workout. Listening to hardstyle, get hype on these anime hardstyle songs, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a great session. I got a new mic. It's raining a bit. I lost my in-ear headphones recently, so I'm gonna have to be using this ones. They're probably gonna fall off. I'm gonna be doing muscle ups, front levers practice, but in the end, it's better than listening to the gym music. Am I right? I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'll see you guys inside the gym. Here we are, my favorite part of the gym, the cross cage. Usually the place where you can do pull-ups and stuff. There's just so much you can do with your body weight. I don't think people really fully realize it. I do my entire workouts with just body weight exercises. You can even train your legs very decently with just body weight exercises. Right now, I'm obviously warming up, something I do every single session with the bands, the typical shoulder dislocates. You can do that with a stick. Also, do the banded pull up bars, activate scapula, really focusing on pulling away with scapula and not just my hands and arms. Blood flow to the elbows. Trust me, you don't want elbow pain. Elbow injuries are the worst. Just usually do these until I feel ready. Sometimes I do some overhead presses. Already feeling good. Shit, this is not good. Oh god, that was terrible. This is why I say when you're trying to learn the muscle up, always warm up with the bands first, to get a technique in because it's so much more technique than strength. You most likely have the strength to already do a muscle up, you just lack the technique. And it all comes down to practicing it. So I'm gonna show you the difference now. If I do it with a band, how much better it's gonna look. Feels decent, but my muscles getting tired too quick. For the front lever, I've always wondered if it's better to do a tucked variation or to do the full thing but with assistance bands. Honestly, let me know what you think and if you have experience with this. I think a combination of both is probably good, and it probably depends on what level you're on that matters. But If I use the purple band and then another small band, I can actually get a full front lever, and it looks kind of like this. So, yeah, not super good, but I used to be able to hold a bit longer. I think I'm still fatigued today. Still, just the fact that I managed to hold a full front lever, even if it's not perfect, and with assistance band, I'm happy with that because it's heavy, and it used to feel fucking impossible, and now it feels doable. And doing a front lever still feels impossible because it's like it feels impossible, and it keeps feeling impossible until you get it, and then you're like, oh my god, it works. But up until that point, you're gonna fail as soon as you know stick your leg out or try to go beyond what you're capable of. It just feels impossible. And once again, it's the same thing in bouldering, you know. Some of the lines that you climb, you're like, wow, this is, I can't even do this start. I can't even figure out the starting position. How am I supposed to do this? It's impossible. But then you try it around and your body learns and you surprise yourself. Your body adapts and you adapt. It's really cool. Oh, shit, this was hard. Okay. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I realized that looked really bad. The kick up is so hard because either I kick too hard or too little, and there's no fucking in between. And it's really frustrating. Okay, and that's why you have to press with your fingers and just control it as soon as you, like you see, better. But I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Also makes me so lightheaded. You know, all the blood's rushing to my head. I get dizzy when I do this. That's probably the most annoying part because it's not tiring physically, like on your muscles, but all the blood rushes to your head. You get dizzy, lightheaded. That's the real struggle of handstand. Okay, let's try this again. That's better. See, it's all in the hips. If you get this pelvic tilt down, you got it. I'm on my way. Yeah. Miller. Miller. So yeah, I've noticed that to rehab the clavicle, I have to actually use it. I have to activate it, and Dips is what caused the clavicle pain in the first place, but what better way to fix it than regress the dips to get the same movement pattern but just loading it differently. So it's either that or doing these band presses, which is kind of like a push-up but way more controlled. Because the worst thing you can do when you're injured is resting. I mean, obviously it depends to what degree you're injured. You're not gonna train with a fucking full-on tear. But if you have tendonitis, you need movement to restore function, strength, and mobility in the joint, wherever it may be. I mean, I had patellofemoral pain syndrome in my knee for months, and I rested and it didn't get better. As soon as I started squatting again, that's when it actually improved. So yeah, you just have to squat differently, load it less, work through pain-free ranges of motion, and then gradually work back to square zero. So you get injured, you start from square -5, you get back to zero, and then you go back to where you were before in terms of strength and all that. But you have to regress when you get injured. You have to start over. It's gonna go much faster to get back to the point where you were before, but you really do have to start over. So let's say let's say you injure your shoulder, typical, right? Oh, it hurts so much, it hurts when you move it, like without any weight. Just lifting up your arm hurts, okay? Then you have to start with building some isometric strength, just hold isometric strength, like maybe you're doing a rotated cuff exercise like this isometrically. And when you can hold it isometrically pain free, then you can add movement and then you add more resistance, bigger range of motion, work yourself back up to where you were. That's the biggest thing I've learned about injuries. And yeah, something you learn the hard way. I have tendonitis in the elbow, shoulder impingement, patellofemoral pain syndrome, this clavicle thing that I don't even know what it is, shin splints. What else? Uh, Almost had a finger pulley. I've had something in my wrist too. Not sure what it was. But the wrist and finger stuff are mostly from bouldering. But you can definitely injure your wrist during calisthenics too. So let's hit another one. See how it feels. Fuck, it sucks though. It sucks being so strong in pull and then being so weak in push. But rather that than being strong in push and being weak in pull, man. It's so much easier to get injured during push. Like I've never gotten injured on pull-ups. Usually when we train pull, our shoulders get way more stability from our lats, and it's harder to get injured that way. But when we push, shoulder is so exposed. Maybe just do some pull-ups, honestly. Why not? How many do you think I'll get after all that? Let's find out. Full lockout, chin over bar, full range of motion. Let's do it. Shit. I'm gonna stop there at 16. Holy fuck, my hands hurt. Oh. So, I think that's enough for today. Just random skill practice, trying to not be overly sore so I can climb tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna feel this session tomorrow because I get sore really easily. But I think I'm gonna end it here and see you guys outside the gym. That's something to show you and something to say as well. So stay tuned for that. All right, so just finished the workout. It's raining outside. It's a bit gloomy, but we're feeling good, feeling confident. And I'll show you guys. I got this on Easter. It's like these lava stones, and you see one of them, it says fearless, and the other is like a dumbbell on it. I got it from my mother, and I like the message fearless because I'm not fearless. I'm scared of a lot of things, but I'm trying to have the mindset that you shouldn't, like, you should feel fear. Fear is a good emotion, like it's your brain and body trying to protect you, from something potentially harmful or something that could hurt you. But don't fear the outcome of certain things. Fear the feeling of regret from not having tried or not having given it your all. You know, don't be afraid of things ending. Be afraid of things never even having happened. Even if something ends, you'd rather have lived it and gone through it than not having experienced it at all. It's a part of life. We go through things, people leave, we lose things that we had or wanted. And yeah, just don't fear the outcome. Fear that you didn't do, that you felt was the right thing in your heart. And, you know, really chase your dreams and, don't be scared of committing. Give everything your all. And that's what you should fear, the regret of not having tried, not the regret of having failed, because failure doesn't have regret. Even if you fail, you learn. And now you know to next time. And there's always a second chance, guys. There's going to be plenty of chances in life. So yeah, my bus is here. Gonna travel home. Think I'm gonna end the video here. First vlog, first workout. And thank you guys for watching. And have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.